Well, good morning to everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning, or afternoon, wherever you're at in the world. Good afternoon. Actually, look, it's still morning time for me, and so I'm still on the grind. I know Jessica and I are still looking at some other projects. She won't be on with us today. She'll be back here again, hopefully next week with us. So just giving you guys a couple of things as far as keeping you up to date of what's going on in the NFT space. Everybody keeps like, well, everything right now is literally talking about the merge with Ethereum, and so that's the biggest talk that you're going to find. Whether you're going to be on Twitter, if is it going to be successful? Is it not going to be successful? And that's just something as far as when you're doing things within the space. Obviously, I mean, if it's great, if it's a great launch, then obviously the numbers are going to should look great. But make sure you're definitely still continuing, as I keep talking about week after week. Dollar cost averaging. And so for those of you who are new, I'm T.I. Kid, have been in the space for some time and very, very excited about the NFT space and the crypto space because I think it's a great opportunity for many people, young and old, to try to get an avenue of being able to go out and figure out how to either capitalize or make additional funds while you're in this particular space. And I know a lot of times many of you guys who are very creative and gifted. Just maybe again, I always think about it. This is another opportunity for you to be able to, go on and to get things, I should say to get things for you to be able to go on and have an avenue to where it may not cost you a ton of money to go out and do certain things that you're trying to do. So that's always going to be very important, to Jessica and I when we're always coming on to try to talk to you all. Is literally trying to help communities out there who are really who may need the help, or like I said, maybe you just don't need the help, but you're just trying to get more information. But for a lot of times when we look at it from the area where when we grew up, we look at it a lot as far as maybe people we know that are very gifted with art, and we're like, well, man, that such and such is a great artist, but they just never had the money or never had the capital in order to be able to go open up that gallery because maybe they couldn't even afford the rents. And so those are things that we're definitely trying to do as we're coming on to try to continue to educate people about NFTs. Because again, I think it's a opportunity for many people to try to get to the next level. I mean, like I said, you can. I'm not here doom and gloom, but as far as the way the economy looks, it's a scenario as far as you still need to have some things as far as whether if you get that pink slip at work, hopefully you'll be able to have some avenues of how you can actually be able to make some additional funds, with what you're doing. Okay, so just want to say that again, but we're still super, super excited about the NFT space. Definitely one of those scenarios as far as, even for myself, and definitely not looking to buy a whole bunch of stuff right now. I am still buying a few items. And I definitely have other people who are always like asking me about, can you get this? Can you get it? So that is an avenue that, we always have in our space, with Jessica and I, what we're doing as far as, other people always coming up to us. Hey, can you help me do this? Can you help me do that? And again, we're always excited to step in and to help, if there's avenues where we can step in to help. Again, that's one of the requirements. We feel like we're really here to try to give back to the community for the NFT space. So welcome to the new people. Glad that you all are here with us today. Again, keep coming, keep trying to figure out how this particular space work, whether you're buying cryptocurrency or you're literally going on to buy NFTs, keep step by step. I always tell people it's really funny. Well, it's not funny, but it's funny. A lot of people who are in the space, expect to come in and you expect to know everything like today. It's normally not going to happen that way. So, just give yourself some time, give yourself some grace as far as saying, I may not be able to get all of this stuff done like right now, but baby steps, baby step what you're trying to do, and then the pieces will definitely come together for you in regards to being able to move forward in this space. Okay, so let me just share my screen here. Right there. Okay, so my screen is on. Okay, so just to give you guys a reminder in regards to the drop that's coming up with Sue Bird for NBA Top Shot, and again, whether you're buying on NBA Top Shot or you're not buying on any NBA Top Shot right now, I think this is going to be a very good drop, because again, Sue Bird did a lot for the WNBA when she's played for years. And so this game recognizing game, it says game recognizing recognized game, Sue Bird. And so this drop is going to be $74. That's going to be happening today. The queues will be opening. Actually, so right now there's one that let's see if I can literally join the wait list. I'm gonna pull it off to another screen real quick and see if I can join the priority wait list. Might have missed it already, but if I did, I missed it. So I'll go ahead and join it on this other screen so that I don't have to stop the whole class to like show you I'm going to join the drop. So, but it's part of the space. When sometimes when you're live, you're like, oh, we need to get into that one like right now. And so I'll join the drop, the queue right here if I haven't missed it already on this other screen that I have. So it'll actually launch, at 12 o'clock. So you still definitely time for people as far as, depending on what your numbers look like while you're on NBA Top Shot will determine as far as which queue you'll be able to get into on this particular drop. So again, the cost is going to be $74. There's going to be $399. That's some of the things as far as, when you're in the space, when you see that the numbers are lower, that's what those are some of the drops that you definitely want to try to be a part of. When you I understand. I've been here from early on with NBA Top Shot, and I understand that they have some drops that have thousands and 50,000 cards in some of those packs. But the ones that are definitely on that have the rarer, the lower number count are definitely some of the ones that I will still continue to try to pick up. Simply because, again, just the count number is also always very good that you want to look at. And then, the other aspect of how they're doing some of the things, remember to go on NBA Top Shot and see if you have any offers. I shared that with you all last week. If you've been doing these NBA Top Shot for some time, make sure you're going on and looking to see if you have any offers in place that you can go on and accept for any of the cards that you may have. So that's going to be a preference as far as if you want to accept the amount that someone's offering you, or if you want to go back on and simply put that card up for sale. Okay, so that's going to be definitely a couple things when you're on NBA Top Shot. But again, I have joined the queue on there. It won't start literally launch until 12 o'clock. To tell you if you're going to get one. There's going to be a lot of people joining the queue, so I get it. Everybody's not going to get a pack, so I get that part. The general queue you'll be able to join that general queue if you don't have the requirements for this for the priority queue at the 12 o'clock. I think that's when that one will open and you can get in line. But remember, the drop won't actually probably happen until 1 o'clock. Okay, so going to be some things, like I said, you happen to get some good cards, or get one of the Sue Bird cards. That could be a really, really good deal, especially if it's depending on what number you end up getting of the card pack that's dropping. Okay, so again, that's NBA Top Shot. Talking about that one. Okay, the next thing in regards to music, I know we keep talking about how music is still continuing to move forward in the right direction. Music is one of those scenarios as far as, when you're in this particular space, if you have a gift, you need to be trying to figure out the ropes and the things of what you need to be doing to get your beats and stuff out there as NFTs. Because, when you think about it, and I always think about different games, when you're playing the games and you hear the music on the games, and sometimes really the music is really what can really make or break a game. Because if you get into a game, you're like, oh, the music is horrible. But if you get into a game and you're like, it's a catchy thing, trust me, companies spend tons and tons and tons and millions and millions of dollars to try to make sure that they have the right beat for their games. But it is simply because, like I said, if you can get that catchy beat, you look at commercials and stuff like that are doing the same things as far as, having the catchy beat to where every time you hear that tune or something, you're literally turning. And so, if you can go on and be very creative with what you're doing with some of your music, this is going to be another opportunity, the gaming aspect It's going to be another opportunity for you to be able to get your music out there. And again, not being your own boss in a sense of, creating your beats, creating your music, and then, selling them as NFTs to where, or to game, and also to gaming companies, so that you can try to get the better capital return, as far as, you put in all the hard work, being rewarded for that. Okay, so again, definitely thought this article was very good in regards to talking about how music is still definitely changing, and how more and more people are going on and trying to get the special beats for the particular games that are coming out right now. Okay, so that's going to be a good article. All right, for the business owners, here we go again. We always thinking about what can you do. Again, for me, I'm literally always trying to figure out what, if I have whatever business I'm running, how can I make it better? How can I make sure I'm not going to be left behind because of how the space is and how technology is continue to evolve. I think if you you literally look at this one here for the San Diego car wash that's literally started doing NFTs. I think again, it's one of those things when you're trying to do some things that are catchy for this particular space. I think on this particular article, it talked about, they have over 17 locations that they're doing this at, and it's just going to be a way for them to for them to be able to go on and reward their customers. But you think about it, people who are in the NFT space, they're always trying to get the whole set of something. It makes it really interesting when you can go on and get the whole set. You're kind of like, I got the whole set of that particular NFT thing, or I have all of those, which, obviously most people who are in the NFT space are either trying to figure out how to make some additional funds. And that's what they'll go on and they'll buy these particular NFTs, and what you never know what the reward is going to be down the line. So I think as you start seeing these things and how companies are being more and more creative, it's another way for them to get some more revenue. It says the more NFTs a customer collects, the more rewards are unlocked, ranging from physical key. They're going to actually give keychains. They may give hats. They may give amusement park tickets. They can be free memberships to the car wash. It's like it's no better way to advertise your own business. I think a lot of times, many times, people spend so much money trying to do advertising for their stuff to people who. I mean, I understand you got to go for new clientele. I'm not saying that you don't have to definitely do that, but it's the ones that are still staying there with you by giving them rewards. And it's sometimes, like I said, it's just figure that a cost of doing business. It's part of your advertising. So again, this NFT thing, as far as the membership that they may be giving away, that it's to them, it may not even seem like it's not going to be a lot of money for them, because again, it's water and soap. But at the same time, it's a thing that can still continue to create a buzz as more and more people start talking about it. Well, hey, I want a membership for the car wash. Okay, that's literally just more free advertising, because they're going to be excited about that they won this particular thing, and it's not going to cost them a ton of money as if they had to go do some regular advertising. So I think be very, very start taking some of these ideas down, so that if you do have whatever business you may have, you start implementing some of these things for your own business, so that you're not left behind, and you can start becoming more creative with some of the things that you may have. Okay, that was actually good. Give me an idea also. Okay. That was actually good. Okay, so that's going to be that part right there, as far as how some of the car washes and stuff are doing certain things. Okay, the next thing in regards to Splinterlands, I know some of you guys have invested into Splinterlands. I still own land in Splinterland for their game. They are going to be having an event in Vegas coming up in October. So if you're interested in that, and if you've been playing that particular game, and I'll just be honest, for me, sometimes I don't play a lot of the games that I may invest in. I will try to go on and look at them to make sure, hey, I like the graphics, I like what they're doing in this game. I may even play it a couple of times. But for Splinterlands, they're still trying to continue to evolve, and they actually have another game that they're going to be trying to roll out. It's still connected to Splinterland, but at the same time, they're still moving forward. And so, even if you wanted to attend this event, again, many times people who are attending the event, you may end up getting a NFT for going to that particular event. So that's why most people who are in the space, if they're already invested in this particular project, that's why they would end up going to a particular event like this that they may be having. Now, there is going to definitely be a cost involved. So the attendees can choose between two tickets: general admission selling for $300, and VIP, which is currently selling for $2,000. Okay, general admission tickets are available for purchase via PayPal and SPS, and that which is their token, while VIP tickets are only purchasable with the game's governance token. Okay, so again, it's also, this is another way for them also, whether they're going to be selling things as far as if you own their particular tokens. This again is going to be another opportunity as far as, especially if there's a demand and people need to buy that particular token in order to purchase this. That's going to be another avenue for people to go on and make some additional funds that way. Simply, maybe you're not going this, but you're trading that particular coin. So this is going to be one of those scenarios as far as, again, there are going to be perks as far as, if you have the general admission versus you have the regular, the general admission, or you have the VIP. There's going to also be, I think, a couple of cards are going to be, if you want to get a gold foil type card, there's going to be perks as far as if you had a VIP, the cost of what that may cost you, versus if you have a general admission, the cost of what it would also cost you there. So again, this is going to definitely be an event that's going to be coming up there in Vegas. Again, more and more of these companies are having more and more NFT projects. So be on the lookout to where, like, if you want to get more involved, definitely go plan on attending this particular one. Okay. And again, like I said just a little earlier, Splinterland announced this tower defense game. Okay, this came out just about a week ago. I think it's about almost a week. So a tower defense game. And I think when you start looking at how some games are coming out with new games, I mean, I get it in the sense that some people in the community can get upset about, hey, you're creating a new game, or you're forgetting about the old game. And as long as companies aren't forgetting about what they've already created, and they're not leaving the people who were with them at the very beginning, then they'll have more success. But if it ever gets like to what I would tell most people is like, hey, make sure you're going to their Discord. Make sure you're checking their Discord to see if the community is excited about this new launch of this new game, or are they upset about it? If more people are upset about it, then you're kind of like, it kind of makes you shy away from doing certain things. But if people are super excited in their Discord community, or even on the Twitter page, or wherever you follow them at, if they're super excited about it, then that's a great thing. That means that it has a chance of being successful, simply because the community's behind it. They are going to also be doing a drop of some cards and stuff, and packs of cards. So, make sure you're going on checking the price of that. I wanted to say it was SPF pack sale. So this is pack sale. Now, again, a lot of cards. I understand when you're in card games, you have to have so many cards because there's so many different people playing. But, you're still talking about a lot of cards that's going to be dropped. So as far as, the value of some of the cards, some people are going to be, okay, the value may be there, especially if you're like that person where you're like, hey, I'm trying to invest early on into some of the things. And that's what, that's one of the things I definitely did early is, I tried to go on and invest into some of the buying, whether it's card packs or especially if it was land on some of these different games, simply because, like I said, and that's the risk that you take. Some of them are good. Some of them definitely like, okay, that one, you don't like that one as much. The other one, I wish I had invested more in that one. And so that's just going to be a part as far as, you going in and doing more research. Again, but most importantly, following their Discords. If they have a great following Discord, follow and see what the community is saying. If people are negative about these packs and the amount of packs that are coming out or the price of the packs. Now, I understand you're not going to ever make anyone completely happy when you're in this space. It's just like it's impossible. No matter, you may do very well on this one person, and the other people are going to be completely mad that you did something else. So that's going to be a part of being in the space. So I'm not saying, and you have to, as you get better, you'll have to weed through those things when you're going through their Discord to make sure you have an understanding of that, to say, hey, you know what, this is just someone that's just mad just because you're going to have them in every group, promises. Okay, so just do a little bit more research in regards to before you're going on and just hopping in and investing in any things in NFT space. Okay, all right. Again, here's another thing as far as Bored Apes. Now another featured ape water. So there's going to always continue to be more and more people who are still doing more and more things with their Bored Apes. It's an opportunity. It literally is. It's an opportunity. Any of the NFTs, I say week after week, if you have NFTs, they need a job. If there's an opportunity for them to go out and work, I know it don't make any sense, but if they have opportunity to go out and work, why not put them to work? So will the water thing be a great sell? We don't know yet, but at the same time, it just shows you that you need to be creative with what you're going to be trying to do with some of your stuff that you have in your wallet. Okay, so this is going to be launching, coming out in September the 22nd. Okay, September 22nd. All right. Okay. In regards to Stapleverse, remember some of you guys might have gone on and bought the Crocs and the Pigeon. I did buy some, and I'm gonna say I say the good, I say the bad. The one thing that I was upset with on this particular drop was that I could not get the size I wanted, and I understand. I'm not trying to say that made the project bad or anything like that. I just thought that you would get a better size than a size 4. So again, I'm just that person that would have been in the chat asking the question like, well, hey, are you? And they did say there was a limited quantity. So let's be very clear of what they said in their Discord, that there was going to be a limited quantity of shoes and stuff that they had. So that was, I think, one of the things as far as with this particular drop, why some people were a little bit upset with this particular drop that happened some time ago. But they are still trying to do things for people. If you own this particular NFT, and I know some of you guys who might have bought this particular NFT, if you own this, you are able to go on and claim the new shoes for free. Okay, so this is the new drop that's coming out. Let's see if it's gonna let me click this without having to connect all my stuff. Okay, so yeah, here we go. So these are the new Crocs that came out. So if you still own this particular item, which was the old Crocs that came out some time ago, I guess a couple months ago, I can't remember the exact date. If you own this particular one and you still have it, you're able to come on and claim these. Now I thought these kind of look. I'm like, okay, those don't look that bad. The other ones, they had the roaches and all the different things on it, a part of what Stapleverse is doing. And so the shoes on this one, like I said, it looks cleaner. It's a black one. I do like that it's a black one. Depending on how many of these items that you had, you will be able to go on and claim these. Okay, so you will be able to go on and claim these. So definitely go into their Discord and go to get their official links. I always tell you again, when you're in these particular projects, go to the Discord and their announcement channel and get the official links and double confirm, that you have the official link. Double check their Twitter page also that you have their official link, and then you can go on and do your claim. There's no charge for you to claim them. I think that the shipping said that it was free when I went on to claim mine. So again, these are going to be the new ones that are coming out. I was like, okay, not bad. I appreciate the free gift. So that did try to, and I think as you're in the space, because I know that they felt that they were getting some people who were in the community who were upset about the other drop. And so things like this, as far as, them going on and still giving you the opportunity to get something else for free. Okay. It kind of, it helps. It definitely does help a project. I think for them, they're definitely still very, very active in their community. Their Discord is like there's information coming out, whether it's going to be a new drop that they're having, or not. Maybe not that they're having, but someone that they may be doing a partnership with. You'll be able to go into their Discord and find out more information about some of those upcoming projects that are coming out. So again, remember, if you own this particular the Crocs, if you still have that in your wallet, some of you guys might have moved them over to your Bitski wallet, so make sure you're checking your Bitski wallet, and then if you have to, just double check that in case you have them there, to because some of y'all might have forgot y'all had them. So just double check and make sure, if you do have them, go on and do your claim for your free Crocs. Okay, and that's going to be that. All right, here's another one. When you come on and looking at the NFT space. So this is the Chicago Bulls. His name is Logic. I've met Logic many times. But I'm gonna see if I can play this one.
My name is Logic, also known as Julian Gilliam. I'm a multidisciplinary artist. So yeah, I'm hanging out with the Bulls, which is like a child dream come true. I'm one of 23 artists to do an NFT drop on Coinbase. I like to build worlds for people. So the idea of digital assets, me being an artist, I've been doing this for over a decade. Now I have somewhere to put it. But that was like one of the biggest sales for me, and I took the red pill and I was in. The piece that I created is a person waiting to get called next. In the art game, I feel like that I got next. It's not for me to step over, you know. Basketball is like my life. The Bulls is it's a legacy brand. As an artist, those are the type of values that I hold. Something that can be retro and new at the same time. I just want to continue to build my world. The blockchain allows for me to pick and choose who I want to work with. It just breeds a whole nother sense of freedom. Yeah, I'm super excited.
Okay, so this is going to be a drop that's going to be happening on Coinbase. And again, some people were like, hey, I don't like Coinbase. That's okay. That's if you whatever. I'm just trying to let you know about NFT drops that are happening. And so this is going to be a drop. And like I said, Logic, I've met him a couple times. Once I think at an LA event, he was doing some drawing there at the Only Ones. I think it was Only One at the time. He was there doing drops there, and then I met him again. I can't remember, was it New York or Minnesota? At one of the events. I want to say it was New York. Okay, but anyway, I think he's doing a lot of great work within the space. And so, when you start seeing some of the drops, and like I said, I think because Coinbase, when they first came out with some of their NFT stuff, it didn't go as well as many people thought it was going to go. So let's just be very honest. I'm not going to sugarcoat it or say it any other way. That's just what happened with with some of the things they were doing in NFTs. But this is going to be a drop that they are going to be having on the 22nd. I think it definitely will be. It's going to be an auction type, meaning that it's going to probably be end up being a little pricey, depending on which artist that you're going to get. So again, it has 23 NFTs. These are going to be some of the different artists that are going to be a part of this particular, that's gone on and created art for this particular NFT, but they're going to be one of ones. So again, this is where, if you depend on where you're at in the space, if you believe in the particular project, or if you're like a Chicago Bulls fanatic, this is where the opportunity, as far as when there's some of their NFTs that are coming out, if you're getting the one of ones, many people are balancing. Is it worth me spending whatever that number is going to be? And it's really going to be based on how well this drop actually goes. If it's going to be worth you putting a bid in on it to have that one of one art. And again, if you start looking at some of the different artists who are well known in the NFT space already, I mean, I'm not even gonna call no names, but there's some very good names that are on this list. And as you start trying to figure out, well, can I get a one-on-one that's also the Chicago Bulls for XYZ amount of money? You got to figure out what your XYZ number is going to be for your money. And many times, sometimes they can go very well when you have the one of ones. And then you just got to make some decisions. It's called grown-up decisions on if you're going to try to participate in this particular drop to get one of the one of ones. But again, this is going to be happening in 8 days. So put it on your calendar if it's something you're interested in. First thing, you can definitely do is go on and see what the prices look like. They're going to be available for 24 hours. So I know it was funny because I've looked at a couple of drops before as far as there were auctions. I think it was on Nifty Gateway, and I can't remember which artist it was. That it was a battle going on that the people were just buying. I can't remember if it was Ciro Ferocious. I can't remember. I don't remember who it was. But what was happening, there was like two people that were bidding back and forth against each other on some one of one artwork. And I was like, okay, one of them would go like 150,000, the other one go 155. And they just kept fighting and battling. So they ended up, it was two different drops. One of them got them for one price and one of them got it for the other price. But I was like, y'all couldn't just come to an agreement like, hey, you take this one, I'm gonna take this one. But I guess, that's just a competition as far as, when you're in the NFT space, of how many people who are in the NFT space, who've been in the NFT space for a long period of time. I say it every week. There's probably a lot of young people that are walking around you that you don't even know that they have millions of dollars in crypto. Because again, remember, many of them who got in way before me bought a lot of these things, Bitcoin and stuff, at $20, $100, couple $100, less than $1,000, and they've been as high as Bitcoin's what's been as high as $60,000. So you look at a lot of those people who got in that super early, who may have sold some of it when it got to 60,000. So now they just have all this crazy money that they're just trying to figure out what am I going to do with. They're bored. They're just trying to figure out what else can I buy. And so having the one of one art piece in the space, or having the one of one of whatever it is in the NFT space is a big deal. I mean, again, just like people brag in regular life, it's a same thing in the NFT space. And it's like I said, many times you will never know who even owns that one of one. I mean, unless it's someone who's out there that really has already put their name out there of who they are, then you'll know. But other than that, it's just another wallet. No one knows whose wallet has what in it unless that person goes out and identify, hey, this is actually me. Okay, so this is going to be interesting to see what kind of prices this goes for. So keep an eye on this if you want to put that on your calendar. All right. The next thing, I'll just show you this video too. This is going to be pretty cool. I thought the video was cool. Okay, so again, this is going to be in regards to forging. Remember, if you own, then don't pay attention because this was an old tweet. It says 3 days. You don't have 3 days, so let's be real clear. So make sure if you already had some of your physical items to go on and forge them. You know, if you've already gone on and you had a clone and you claim your particular clothing or shoes or whatever you're doing. Shoes are not. Remember, your shoes, you cannot forge your shoes just yet. So the forging of the shoes will come at a later time. But any of the clothing and stuff that you had from Artifact, make sure you've gone on and you've done your forging. The date is going to be the 14th, 15:30 Eastern time. Okay, 15:30 Eastern time. Remember, if you still are looking for some of the items, you can go to their OpenSea site and see. Be very careful in regards to when you're going on here. So the pre-forged. Okay, the pre-forged stuff is going to be stuff that, you know, remember, you can, it hasn't been converted yet. If you're going on and you bought forged stuff because, you know, it's so cheap and you think you're going to get that item, you're going to be so wrong. So, you know, make sure you're coming on here for the pre-forged stuff before the deadline of tomorrow. If you want to buy some of these things, if you want to buy one of the Murakami shirts, I don't know what the price of them are right now. So they're like $127. Okay, so some of the items I have noticed on some of the items that were forged, they're close to the price of where people forged them at. Some of them might be a little bit lower in regards to where the price is at. So again, all the clothing, go on, get those items forged so that you don't miss out. Okay, and don't think that, again, do not think that you're going to be able to go on and forge the shoes. The shoes, again, are the only thing that won't be forged. So if you still have your shoes and you want to hold on to the shoes for a little while longer, that's your decision. If you want to sell them, you can definitely sell them. But these will not be able to be forged until a later time. Okay, they'll be able to be forged at a later time. Okay, so that's going to be that. All right, so that's going to be the forging of that. And then make sure you go over to the official site. For those of you, if you needed to do a forging check to make sure, so maybe you're trying to buy a particular item, make sure you come over and check the forger checker too, to make sure that particular item has not been forged before. Okay, but I do know on Artifacts they are different because, like I said, there's a pre-forge and there's a forge site. So they actually have one site that says pre-forge, the other site says a forge. So that way you know the difference between the two different items. Okay, but so definitely confirm that before you're just going on and buying anything. Okay, and then the other thing about Artifacts, remember that the monolith drop, the quest is going to be getting ready to get started. So some of these numbers have definitely started to go up again in regards to just because that demand of the monolith challenge coming up, and you don't know what's going to be inside the box, that's going to make that something that should be a little bit more valuable. So, but again, as crypto continues to fluctuate up and down, just be prepared that if you have these, that challenge is going to be coming up soon. All right, unless I know I'm going to get out here early today. Wow. Okay, and then the next thing in regards to the metaverse, some of the numbers, you know, I think many people who thought with the alpha season for Sandbox, some of the numbers have still just been stagnant on some of the metaverse lands. So if you're going to be looking as far as metaverse lands, just take some time, look at your numbers as far as, you know, is it a good time for you to buy in? If it is, for me, some of the things I'm still definitely looking at, and I do own some of the other side land already, is that's one of the ones that I'm kind of looking at saying, hey, you know what, if the numbers get to this, or if I put in a couple offers and I can pick it up for XYZ amount, then I'm okay buying some metaverse type land. Again, I'm in the situation where I'm looking for long-term plays, or I have people who are looking for long-term plays that are in the space. And so that's what I'm looking to do. Most of the things, if I'm buying anything, it's not going to be something that I'm buying to say, hey, I'm getting capital from these things. Many times it's just not the scenario. It's a scenario as far as these are going to be long-term plays, meaning that they could take a year to 2 years. But again, I always look at, and always when I talk to other people, it's a matter of, okay, how much are you getting in your bank and from the bank? Is the bank giving you any kind of money for you leaving your money in there? Is that 0.0001? And if that's where you're getting, then you have to make a business decision as far as, is it worth you investing in something else that could potentially give you a better return? Okay. So again, do your research on some of these metaverse lands, because again, they are down. They're down in number. There's no sugarcoat. Everything is down. So it ain't like I can just say, okay, the metaverse land is down. No, everything across the board is down right now. So, and even if you look at some of the things with Ethereum and stuff like that, so even we had I think it dropped down $100 something today, and I can't remember how much BTC dropped down. I'd have to come and look. Okay, so again, these are going to be some of the different lands that, you know, if these are on this chart, you can definitely do more and more research on these lands to figure out which land you want to put some of your money into for the longer term. Okay, for the longer term. All right, again, when you looked at some of the larger sales, the Central Land was that had a 25 ETH sale. When this report came out, they had a 25 ETH sale. Some of the ones from Sandbox, again, had the top sale was like 2.14 ETH. Okay, so you can see the difference. And again, sometimes it fluctuates. Just depending on what people are looking for. Sometimes you'll get the 3x3s that'll sell for Sandbox for $20,000-$30,000. It just depends on where they're located at. Same thing with the Central Land or any of the other lands. They're going to fluctuate up and down in regards to that. And I think there was a big sale even on other Ds, but I can't remember. Oh, number 2, other Ds, number 12 sold for 279 ETH. Okay, so they're still moving. There are still people buying metaverse land. Okay, so when you start looking at that dollar wise, to say, okay, well, what made them do that? So I don't even be questioning them. I'll be like, they must know something else. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to figure out what else they might know. So again, it's on the so it's actually here it is, the top sales. So Sandbox was 2.14, the Central Land was 25. You go on down, you look at other side, 279 ETH. Okay, 279 ETH. That's what it sold for. So that is that's awesome. Congratulations if you owned number 12 and you sold it. Congratulations. That's awesome. Okay. All right, let's move on to the last couple of things, and then we're gonna get out of here. Just again, looking at the market overall, it's where it's at. Let's just go over here. If we can look at a chart, we can just simply go to CoinGecko and look at CoinGecko and see when you come on to CoinGecko and you see quite a bit of red happening within the space, you kind of know that, hey, we might have a little bit dip down. Okay, so everything right now is literally in the red, pretty much for cryptocurrency. I mean, you got some stable coins and stuff. Obviously, they're going to be okay, but for the most part, everything is in the red when you're looking at the crypto space. So again, remember when you're out there, you're doing your dollar cost averaging. If you are buying, if you're buying, new people don't come in and just be like, okay, it's dipped down, I'm about 100% in. No, dollar cost average in, because in case it keeps dropping down, no one has a crystal ball to say, hey, it's going to drop to this number and then it's going to stop. No one knows that. No one knows if it's going to skyrocket from here to a gazillion dollars. No one knows that. But if you dollar cost average in, then you won't be stressed as much when you see it going up and you see it coming back down. Okay, so very, very going to be very, very important when you're doing those things. So again, Ethereum on the chart, literally, we were at 17. Around 1757, and this morning it dropped to 1570 something. Okay, so right in that price range, and that's just, again, that's a part of being in the space of crypto. That was a big red candle right there. That's all in one candle. Okay, and so again, that's how the space works when you're looking at when you're looking into getting into crypto. again, who knows if everything goes well with what everybody's been talking about, the merge. It should do well. But again, if your dollar cost average, if it drops down, like I said, I'm not saying, because I understand a lot of people have a lot of money tied into crypto, so I'm not sitting here saying, well, if you have a lot of money and it goes down, that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying, as far as if your dollar cost averaging in, it's not going to be as stressful. Not going to be as stressful. Okay. All right, so just remember again that NBA Top Shot, if you want to participate in that particular drop, again, that's going to be happening today. You can join the queue at 12 o'clock. The drop, for if you're not in the priority queue, you like the priority queue. I can join the priority queue I'm in now, but that I won't know if I'm able to get a pack until the 12 o'clock comes up. Same thing for you. If you join this queue early on, then you won't know if you're going to be able to get a pack until probably yours will be 1 o'clock. Okay, so just remember that. All right, so really it's short and to the point today. It wasn't that short, but I thought it was going to be. I thought we were going to be done in 30 minutes. We actually went a little longer. But just remember, if you do have any friends or family who are still looking to get into the NFT space, please just send them to whatsnfts.com. That is our free Facebook group. Again, we definitely still try to come out and give value to everyone. So our free Facebook group is going to be whatsnfts.com. If you're searching that, if you're looking for us and you're actually on Facebook, it's going to be Sisters Talking NFTs. So just go on again and follow us. Follow us there. We definitely have plenty of YouTube videos, or if you want to go on and watch some of our YouTube videos to see about some just what's going on in the NFT space, or you're looking at certain projects, we definitely do cover some of those things. But I will just tell you, stay encouraged, even when we're in the red market. Again, this is the time when a lot of people who are in the space will end up making a lot of money in the next 6 months to a year or 2 years down the line by trying to invest in some of the things now. But again, being very smart and strategic in what you're investing. Because again, I'm not your financial advisor. Let's be very, very clear. You have to ask your own CPA of what you should be doing or should not be doing. But for me personally, it's a scenario for me. It's like I'm looking to gradually buy some of the projects that I really, really liked. That have been out there for some time, that are still around. Like right now, you look at a lot of projects that a lot of people invested in that are just like gone now, literally just gone. And it was just because you didn't do any research, or someone told you to get into something and you just had no idea. But learn how to do your own research. So that, for me, like I said, that's if something goes south, okay, I'm responsible. I'm not going to blame that such and such told me to get in this project. No, I did my research, and from the information that I gathered at the time, it's a great investment for me. Okay. If I ever get to a situation where it's like, okay, it's a bad investment for me, then I'm out. Okay. So once again, thank you all so much for hopping on with me. It's been a fantastic day. Hopefully you've got some value out of today. You have a fantastic rest of your day. And then again, I will see you again next week, same time, same place. You guys have a fantastic rest of your day.